Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much to all of you for taking the time, making the effort, especially to those of you who have traveled great distances to be here today. We are honored by your presence. Thank you so much for joining us. The air temperature around us may be slightly cold, but you need to understand that our hearts are warm. And they're made warm by your presence and your commitment to our province and this community. I want to acknowledge the presence of a number of folks, but first I want to thank Teresa, not only for her kind introduction, but for the wonderful work that she is doing as a newly elected representative from this community. Teresa is going to have a long and successful career in politics because she understands the fundamental rules for success. Never forget where you came from. Never forget who sent you, and never forget what you were sent to do. I want to acknowledge Mayor Francis here, and it's good to see you. Thanks so much for being such a strong champion of this venture in this community. I was in my hotel room here last night, and I was watching Eddie on TV, on the Cogeco channel, I guess. It was the sittings of their municipal council. I didn't tell them the channel was stuck. I was trying to get another channel. I was forced to watch that. Anyway, they're working hard, and that's what counts. It's great to be back at CS Wind, and it's my pleasure to welcome Mr. S.S. Kim to Ontario. It's also great to see Mr. S.G. Kim here, Chairman Kim, and Mr. Ho Sung again, and it's an honor to welcome all of our special guests from Samsung, especially Mr. Shin Kim. Every time I visit here, there's more optimism and more energy, and more people working. It's the wonder we all keep coming back. It gives us a chance to recharge our own personal batteries. That's one of the great things about this community, the city of Windsor. There's a lot of heart and a real fighting spirit here. You can see these qualities in the people of Windsor in good times, and more importantly, you can see them quite proudly in the not-so-good times. And I see these qualities in my colleagues, Dwight, Duncan, and Teresa Peruzza, every day. Over the last few years, it goes without saying, the global economic slowdown has affected many families in many parts of the world, including right here. But this community didn't wait for the storm to pass. You faced it head-on and seized new opportunities. Il va sans dire qu'au cours des dernières années, le ralentissement économique mondial a touché de nombreuses familles ici. Mais vous n'avez pas attendu que l'orage passe. Vous avez fait face à la situation directement. Et vous avez saisi les occasions qui se présentaient. And seizing new opportunities is what our clean energy plan and this business are all about. Last year, something happened which went largely unnoticed. Last year, the world invested more in renewable technologies for the first time ever than they did in fossil fuels. So we know where the world is going. And while there is a tremendous prevailing uncertainty in the global economy today, there are some things of which there is no doubt. One, the price of oil and gas over the course of time will only keep going up. Two, the price of technologies. Think of your flat-screen TVs. Think of your computers. Think of your cell phones. Now think of wind turbines and solar panels. The price of technologies will only keep coming down. We know where the world is going. The choice we have to make here in Ontario is, are we going to lead or are we going to follow? We choose to lead. That's why we're here together today. There are about 100 jobs here today. They will grow to 300 at peak production, and about 400 more jobs in service and construction. We're also buying steel from Sault Ste. Marie for this plant, and that's creating jobs up there too. I want to thank everyone at CS Wind for working with us to make Ontario a North American leader in clean energy, and for helping us create 50,000 jobs right across the province. Thanks to all your hard work and your energy, your first wind tower will soon be complete, with many more to come. You're not only helping us strengthen the Ontario economy, you're helping us to give the gift of clean air to Ontario families as we replace dirty coal generation. You know, there was an independent study done just a few years ago that's telling us we're spending $4 billion annually to treat health-related issues as a result of burning coal in Ontario. We will certainly be the first place in North America, and maybe the first place in the world, to shut down coal-fired generation and replace it with cleaner sources of energy. I think that's a pretty nice gift to give to our children and our grandchildren. Down the road, we'll supply other places with clean energy technology when they too start saying, we want clean air. And that's going to create even more jobs right here in Ontario. Again, it's no secret there's a lot of uncertainty in the global economy right now. But the good news is we're facing the future from a position of strength. Le climat actuel d'incertitude économique mondiale n'est un secret pour personne. Cependant, la bonne nouvelle, c'est que nous faisons face à l'avenir dans une position de force. Because of the work that we've all done together during the past 8 years, our schools today in Ontario are stronger. You've got to keep up with the South Koreans. You've got great schools in South Korea. Our health care is better. Our tax system is more competitive. We've done something that was difficult but absolutely essential to be competitive in the global economy. We've adopted a value-added tax here in Canada. We call it the HST. Our infrastructure is being renewed, and we are rebuilding our electricity system and seizing exciting new opportunities in clean energy. I say here to the people from Ontario for a moment, I know there's a lot of uncertainty. It's difficult to turn on the TV today and not get bad news about what's happening in Europe and the contagion of debt crisis which is spreading there. It's hard not to get bad news from the world's largest economy, the United States of America, and their seeming inability to come to grips with their challenge and set themselves out on a positive, forward-looking plan. But if you and I had to choose one place on this planet where we could come together, lock arms, and confront those powerful global economic headwinds, I think we start by saying, can we go to the place where they've got the strongest banks in the world? And they're here in Ontario. Can we go to the place where they have public health care so that if anybody loses their job, if somebody in the family gets really sick, you don't have to sell your house in order to pay for health care? That's what we have here in Ontario. Can we go to a place where they have a highly skilled and educated workforce, because that makes you competitive in a global knowledge-based economy? And we have that here in Ontario. Can we go to a place where the air is safe to breathe, the water is safe to drink, and the streets are safe to walk? And we have that here in Ontario. And lastly, can we go to a place where the population is diverse so that we can leverage that advantage in the global economy? And we have that here in Ontario. What I'm saying, my friends, is that there are very few places that offer the advantages, the strengths that we do here in Ontario, Canada, as we stare into the face of this global economic challenge. And one of the reasons for our success is because of determination to form these kinds of partnerships with our friends from the other side of the world. We are combining our strengths. We are doing good for this business here in Ontario. We're doing good for the folks who are employed back as well in South Korea. We're building a strong win-win. We're creating new jobs. We're pursuing new clean energy opportunities. We're cleaning up the air. It doesn't get much better. So congratulations to everybody here at CS Wind. My very best wishes on your continuing success. Thank you.